When people think about Sarasota, they picture white sand beaches and palm-lined streets, but what most people don't realize is that Sarasota isn't just one city. From Parrish to Lakewood Ranch in the north and down to Venice and Wellen Park in the south, each one of these pockets has its own vibe, its own price point, and its own lifestyle. Some are better for families, some are better for retirees, some are for pure coastal living. So instead of just listing out these neighborhoods, I'm going to break down the Sarasota area like a local would, based on 5 key things that relocation buyers care most about. 1, the lifestyle fit. 2, the proximity to beaches, dining, culture, and convenience. 3, the housing type and age. 4, the price and value, what your dollar really gets you in these areas. 5, the growth and risk, where the momentum is and what to watch for. Welcome back. I am Ryan Zachos. I was born and raised right here in Sarasota and started this firm with my father, retired from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Together, we have an office here in downtown Venice as well as downtown Sarasota. And we take great pride in helping you relocate here to the West Coast. I just want to thank you for the opportunity to represent you and for everyone that does reach out, because ultimately we couldn't do this without you. So let's dive into the video. Let's start up in Parrish. Parrish is one of the fastest growing areas north of the Manatee River. Now, being north of the Manatee River, it does remove itself a little bit geographically. So what draws people to Parrish is going to be you get a little bit more bang for your buck regarding new construction. Tons of new construction opportunities, especially in the communities like North River Ranch, where there's multiple neighborhoods going in. You have builders like Pulte, D.R. Horton, Lennar. So you have great affordability and lower HOAs in an area where you might actually get a little bit more space. Historically, Parrish has been a bunch of farmland that they've now retrofitted into these master plan communities and wonderful new construction opportunities. So from my perspective, Parrish might be that opportunity where you can buy in and get a really good bang for your buck. But at the end of the day, it's probably going to not appreciate as much as some other areas here in the greater Sarasota area. The reason for that being is that new construction is very prominent and a main factor to its growth. But because of new construction and the future years of new development going out into Parrish, it's going to always hurt the resale value for these communities, as these new construction builders and opportunities will be undercutting, obviously, a lot of the resale market. So they'll be able to control some of that supply and demand and how that looks and shapes the new construction outlook in Parrish for years to come. Who is going to Parrish? Parrish is drawing people from first-time home buyers because, again, you can get a large house for a fraction of the cost that you would get it, especially in places like Lakewood Ranch, its master plan community, and retirees that are looking to downsize maybe on a budget. Also, you're getting some people that are working in other metros like St. Pete and Tampa that want that kind of master plan community feel, new construction community, some amenities within the community, and not be too far of a drive, especially if you're shooting up 275 into downtown St. Pete. So that's the Parrish's outlook. Now let's dive into Bradenton. Bradenton is just south of the Manatee River, and it spans all the way from Lakewood Ranch, essentially out east, all the way to Anna Maria. It's that bridge that connects Anna Maria to that master plan community of Lakewood Ranch. Bradenton as itself has incredible diversity in its housing. You have everything from historic bungalows in like the Village of the Arts downtown, near downtown Bradenton. Bradenton is in a nice revitalization project right there on the river. They have a gorgeous river walk, and they're doing tons of new construction on condos, restaurants, and that whole downtown Bradenton is changing, it's transforming. Some of my favorite communities in this whole entire area are communities like Palmasola in Northwest Bradenton, and then this little western corridor. What I like about that is you have low HOA, so you have minimum restrictions, and then you have the opportunity to short-term rent. So if you're a snowbird and you're looking to pick up some income in that transition into a full-time residency, this western Bradenton corridor is a spectacular opportunity because you're getting great proximity to Anna Maria. You're getting a lot more affordability compared to Sarasota proper. Sarasota County as a whole, 30-day minimum rentals. Manatee County as a whole, 1-day minimum as a rental. Now, if you're within the city of Bradenton, there's a different rental restriction process. But again, Manatee County as a whole, incredible opportunities in a short-term rental, which I love if you're looking to pick up some cash flow in the meantime. So I like Palmasola, Western Bradenton, and the central little Bradenton spot, like around GT Bray, some great areas. And then as you get further east, there's golf communities like Peridia, Terra, Preserve, and other golf communities. Then even east of that, you start getting into Rosedale, Lakewood Ranch, and whatever else. So as a whole, That is Bradenton. Think of it as a bridge between Anna Maria and Lakewood Ranch with a little bit more affordability compared to Sarasota. Now let's dive into Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch is 50 square miles of master plan beauty. It is an incredible community that was very thoughtfully designed with about 50 different neighborhoods that exist there now. You have every possible neighborhood from affordable resort style living like in Star Farms to that luxury communities of the Lake Club and Wild Blue for new construction. You have this waterside place, which is Sarasota County's version of its own little town center. You have downtown Lakewood Ranch, where there's events and tons of stuff going on with its own shops. Lakewood Ranch, I think for 6 or 7 years in a row, the #1 best-selling multi-gen community in the United States. And the reason for that is because of not only are you getting this new construction opportunity, but you're getting amazing geography with it. You are a quick 30 minutes or so to downtown St. Pete. You are 50 minutes or so to downtown Tampa, and then you're, depending on where you're at in Lakewood Ranch, could be less than 30 minutes to downtown Sarasota, where obviously it's kind of the culture scene for this whole entire coast. Great proximity to the beaches while not sacrificing on the home and getting some good new construction opportunities in that amenity-rich resort-style area. So if you want to be in the thick of it all, be close to UTC, close to shopping, and have tons of opportunities regarding new or newer construction in this greater Sarasota area, Lakewood Ranch is probably where you want to consider. That's Lakewood Ranch in a nutshell, what that looks like. Now, people that are targeting this, it's a multi-gen community, so you're getting everything from that mix of retirees to young professionals. The school zones are absolutely incredible in Lakewood Ranch. You can't be in Lakewood Ranch and not be in a good school zone, so it's attracting a lot of young families and young professionals into this Lakewood Ranch area as well. So the median age is a lot younger in Lakewood Ranch than it is in a lot of other areas, especially in places like Venice, Inglewood, and even Wellen Park. So take that into consideration when you're considering your move here to the Sarasota area. Now let's talk about Sarasota. Sarasota by itself is kind of confusing in the fact that the city of Sarasota is just a couple square miles around downtown. So when people think of Sarasota, they think of Sarasota County most likely. They're thinking about the whole entire county, which the county spans a large area geographically all the way down into Northport, and Wellen Park is in Sarasota County. Venice is in Sarasota County. So Venice is a city in and of itself within Sarasota County. And then Lakewood Ranch has got its own little section now in Sarasota County, and that's that waterside district as well. So you have everything from East Sarasota, where like Waterside exists, and then the new construction opportunities like Sky Ranch exist. And then you have the historic downtown area. You have that culture. You have those luxury condos. And then you have even the keys like Lido and half a Longboats in Sarasota County and Siesta Key. That's all in Sarasota County. Casey Keys in Sarasota County. So you get that luxury waterfront living and those opportunities there, that historic downtown, those luxury condos downtown. You have the non-HOA communities and the more affordable, older communities like Southgate and Gulfgate and Sarasota Springs in all of that central heart of Sarasota. And then you work your way east into those new construction opportunities and work your way south into those new construction opportunities like Palmer Ranch. One of the first master plan communities in the whole entire area is Palmer Ranch. The one thing that Palmer Ranch lacks is that it doesn't have that town center that places like Wellen Park and Lakewood Ranch have. So Palmer Ranch, again, 30 plus neighborhoods, pretty much built out at this point. Talon Preserve is still building in there, but that is south of 681. So it's a little bit, they call it Palmer Ranch, but I would argue that it's kind of not. So Palmer Ranch is a wonderful master plan community. You get great geography and newer construction homes, not a ton of new construction opportunities, but newer construction homes in Palmer Ranch. So if you want to be close to Siesta Key, close to downtown Sarasota, kind of a more amenity rich type community in the heart of Sarasota, Palmer Ranch might be that option for you. And then again, you have East Sarasota, South Sarasota, and then up in Northeast and Waterside for the new construction stuff. So that's Sarasota's outlook as a whole. Again, great diversity in housing, tons of opportunity depending on where you're looking for and what you're trying to achieve regarding your lifestyle. Let's work our way south down into Venice. Now, Venice is defined by the city of Venice, which is around Venice Island. I am sitting right now in our office on Venice Island. The city itself goes outside of Venice Island as well, but Venice does have a postal address that exists outside of even the city of Venice. So Venice, again, very diverse in housing, known for retiree-centric lifestyle. So everything from the Venice Island itself with a lot of single-family homes with walkability to downtown historic Venice here, as well as the beaches. And then going outside the island, which I absolutely love Venice Island, going outside the island, you get a lot of like those golf communities, those more established, mature golf communities in Venice, like Pelican Point, Plantation, Venetian Golf and River Club, stuff like that. So wonderful, more mature golf communities exist just as Venice has been a draw for that retiree-centric crowd for years and years and years. So that's the look and feel for Venice as a whole. And then there are some amazing new construction opportunities in North Venice as well. So this North Venice Nokomis area is kind of a sweet spot for new construction from my perspective, because you're getting great proximity to Nokomis Beach and the beaches, as well as great proximity to the Venice Island. So you could swing down, walk historic downtown Venice Ave, grab a bite, go to the cafe, then even walk down to the beach if you'd like to do that from there. And Venice Beach has tons of beach accesses, everything from the jetty in the north to Casperson in the south. So you got an incredible different vibe for these different types of beaches in the more rocky, natural feel of Casperson, to Venice Beach itself, which is more sandy, more of that traditional public beach with the volleyball nets, the lifeguard stands and stuff like that. So Venice is a great opportunity. It's one of those places that you're getting more bang for your buck than you would in Sarasota. You're getting a quieter lifestyle. You're getting that rich, historic kind of laid back island vibe culture, but not being in the thick of it all and have the traffic that Sarasota draws. So that's Venice as a whole. Then we'll work our way down into Wellen Park. Wellen Park, again, is a master plan community, 20 plus neighborhoods. There's pros and cons to everything, but the difference between that and Lakewood Ranch, so one, it's more removed from like the city of Sarasota and doesn't provide that easy access into downtown Sarasota, but it provides you better access to the area beaches. Eventually, there'll be a road that opens you right up and from Wellen Park into Manasota Key that will give you even better access. But even right now, the way it lies, you'll get to the beach in half the time as you would if you were living in Lakewood Ranch. So people that want to prioritize new construction close to the beach, Wellen Park is a great opportunity. Now, the things you're sacrificing is those city centers and the shopping and the 200 plus restaurants there in the Lakewood Ranch area. You're sacrificing some of those amenities, the city amenities, but you're picking up amenities that these wonderful communities offer, as well as one of the largest amenities is the beach itself. You're getting that in Wellen Park. Now, Wellen Park is a less mature version of Lakewood Ranch, so it's going to feel a lot more under construction than what Lakewood Ranch feels. If you're way out in northeast Lakewood Ranch, you'll kind of feel that new construction, but everywhere else in Lakewood Ranch is very established, very mature overall. So you're not getting that in Wellen Park, but it does have its own downtown, has its own main street, it's got its own events, and each community has its own culture and vibe. It's got its 55 plus community in Brightmoor. It's got its golf community in Wellen Park Golf and Country Club and Sarasota Nationals, the mature version. It's got Boca Royale. It's got tons of stuff going on. There's kind of a lifestyle fit for anything that you're trying to achieve, whether that you're a young family or a young professional or a retiree looking for that bundled golf. There's an option in Wellen Park that gives you better access to the beach, a little bit quieter, more removed lifestyle, and some great opportunities there. I hope this helps in you understanding kind of this macro version or vision of Sarasota area. A lot of people come to the area and they think that Sarasota is Sarasota, but the reality is there's so much more. Oftentimes we're showing stuff from all the way from Wellen Park to Lakewood Ranch and everything in between, and they're trying to compare it all. They're trying to figure out, do they want that quieter lifestyle in Wellen Park, or do they want the more being the center and thick of it all in Lakewood Ranch, or maybe they just care more about the culture and the beaches and they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of the new construction and be in Palmer Ranch or even Central Sarasota, or maybe they want that luxury condo living, or they want a barrier island. They want to be on the water itself. So there's tons of opportunities. There's a lifestyle and a culture to be found here that will fit you exactly. You need to work with someone that knows this area inside and out, that will help you in determining what your goals are and retrofit that into exactly what makes sense for you and your lifestyle. So again, I hope this video helps. I hope it's a resource for you. I'd love to talk to you and learn more about your situation and see if I can help you in understanding what I would do if I were in your shoes. So reach out, call, text, email. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.